This guy, it was supposed to be a serious interview. And it just shows you what kind hearts we all have here on the KQ Morning Show. Because what happens is, this guy is so ridiculous and so boring and horrible that everybody turned their mic off at the same time so we didn't laugh in his face. I tried to turn my mic on, but if I turned my mic on, I would have laughed right at this guy. And I didn't, he seemed like a nice enough guy.
Well, it was just everything you brought up. He disagreed with.
Okay,
Thanks.
so here's a really, really compelling interview with a guy named Dan Taylor. It just happened about 20 minutes ago here at KQRS. How did you, it says here that you had an encounter with the Loch Ness Monster in 1969. How did that happen?
Well, they make a lot about that, but I'm still not convinced completely. But I ran into a dust cloud down there that was just, the bottom was disturbed, and I shut the motors off, but it turned the current had turned my boat about 100 degrees. But I reported that to Surface Control that I got into my own prop wash, and I sat down a few minutes and it calmed down. But I don't know. We just didn't know what to think about all that.
What were you doing on Loch Ness in 1969? Just on vacation, or what were you doing?
No, I had my submarine there. There were several sightings while I was there, but we never did get close enough to get a good photograph.
Well, it says in the article in the Star Tribune, which appeared just a couple of weeks ago, that because of your brief encounter, you are obsessed with the Loch Ness Monster now, Nessie, and you sold your house to finance this new submarine?
Oh, they sound like they went a little overboard.
Well, that's exactly what it says in the paper.
Well,
and I'll tell you what, Mr. Taylor, they've never been known to go overboard at all at the Star Tribune with any story because,
Well, this was actually written by a guy from the Los Angeles Times.
Yeah.
Jay Meringer?
Well,
you know
JR.
him?
Oh.
He's a nice guy.
What do you think about that, Mr. Taylor?
Don't you think?
Well, I mean, I don't know where the obsession comes in, but the challenge of building the boat is pretty big.
Yeah.
So your vehicle was spun around, but you don't know exactly what caused that.
No.
Yikes.
Yeah, I know JR, he used that word attacked, and I didn't use that word, but...
Oh, so you know JR?
Oh, yeah, well, he did the article.
Yeah.
And Dateline is coming out. Right?
Pardon? Yeah, JR came down here to visit me, and they took pictures of the boat and everything.
Yeah.
Terry, what was that other thing you were going to ask him?
Wow.
Ask him the question.
Even you had to shut your mouth. How many years have you been researching this?
He's gone.
Terry,
what the hell are you doing? Oh, that was the most bizarre thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
Trying so hard.
There you have it.
No, that's not true. That's not what happened at all. No, you're wrong.
You don't know how impossible it is to not crack up when you look off to your right and you see Terry. He's laughing so hard. And then you look over and you see Tom and Bryce
Making out.
rolling.
When I saw Tom's head down, at first I thought, oh, he's really mad. And I knew he was laughing.
The shoulders were rolling a
Yes.
little. Oh, my God. Well, he said attacked. I never said attacked. I mean. Dan Taylor, one of the greatest interviews in the history of life.
Tony, so it turned you around. And then Tony goes, yikes.
Oh, some sand blew.
Yikes.
And he thought it was a creature from the lagoon.
Prop wash.
What is prop wash?
Yeah, right.
What is prop wash now? Honest to
I feel
God.
so bad.
Real nice.
Gotta call him back.
No.
Call
No,
him
I
back.
mean off the air.
Oh, yeah, just tell him.
Tom, yeah, you have to
Oh,
call
he's
him
the
back and use the
nicest guy.
underwater voice.
Piss on you, buddy. We had prop wash my ass. Oh, God. I can't take it.